All right, live from Studio G and fighting for you from the Foxhole Freedom. Here we go into another brand new hour of the program. Here's your warning. The Steve Gruber Show often results in extended periods of American pride. There's a triggering warning here. We could have American optimism, uncontrollable enthusiasm about the future of this country. We kick off the live broadcast and Real America's Voice, MTN, and we're reaching a growing global audience. Welcome to it. Thank you for being here. Here are three big things you need to know to start this day. Number one, the USS Truman took a hard turn yesterday and lost a $70 million F-18 off the side to the bottom. Seriously? Number two, President Trump on his way back to Michigan today to mark his first 100 days in office and to thank the people of Michigan for voting for him and leading the way to victory in November. And number three, like I said, it's been 100 days under the Trump administration times two. And in the last 3 months, in my opinion, they've been a master class in delivering on promises, beginning to restore America's greatness, and dismantling the woke globalist agenda that threatened our nation under Joe Biden. From securing the border to revitalizing trade, boosting agriculture, and obliterating divisive DEI initiatives, Trump's team has hit the ground running. Let's dive into the details, folks, because this is what winning looks like. And yes, elections have consequences. Here's one of the biggest promises. Listen.
We will close the border. We will stop the invasion of illegals into our country. We will defend our territory. We will not be conquered. We will not be conquered.
It was a tall order after the destruction that Joe Biden left behind in his dementia-addled wake. But boy, has Trump delivered in spades. The border crisis, a festering wound left by the Biden administration's open border policies, is being healed with surgical precision and dramatic results. Listen to ICE Director Tom Homan's analysis of the last 100 days yesterday morning. Here he is.
Under Biden administration, we averaged over 11,000 many days, over 12,000, even some days 15,000 illegal entrants in the United States. 15,000. You know what the number was last 24 hours? 178. 15,000 to 178. Unprecedented success. On an average day in the Biden administration, known gotaways. People we knew crossed the border because they're on video, drone traffic, or sensor traffic. Crossed the border, weren't apprehended, weren't fingerprinted, weren't vetted. Average day under Joe Biden, more than 1,800 gotaways. Yesterday, 38. 38 too many? We'll get that to zero. But we went from 1,800 to 38. And finally, as was said earlier, under the first 100 days, or it was actually January 20th to April 1st, last year, 184,000 illegal aliens were released into the United States. Under this administration, 9. 4 of them were material witnesses in a criminal investigation. We need them here to testify in a serious criminal trial. 4 was extreme medical condition. We couldn't return them because they were in such bad shape. And 1 was a humanitarian issue. This is unprecedented success.
This is unprecedented success. Illegal border crossings have plummeted by a jaw-dropping 96%, or is it 97%? Some say it's even higher since Trump took office. With some sectors reporting a 99% drop compared to 2023. 99% drop. That's what total operational control looks like and sounds like, folks. Trump declared a national emergency at the southern border on day one, deploying additional troops, including the National Guard, to assist Border Patrol and ICE. He restarted construction on the border wall, reinstituted the Remain in Mexico policy, and ended the disastrous catch and release nonsense. The CBP One app, a Biden-era loophole for illegal entry, is gone too. Trump also designated cartels like MS-13 and Tren de Aragua as foreign terrorist organizations, empowering law enforcement to crush these criminal networks, get them out of our country. And the Lake and Riley Act, he signed that into law. It mandates detention for illegals charged with theft or violence, period, you're gone. Mass deportations are underway, with violent criminals being detained at Guantanamo Bay and even sent to El Salvador, as we've seen in the last few weeks. And even though some of those programs are on hold for a moment, blocked by rogue judges, they will begin again and continue for the next 4 years. They will make it. Take my word for it. Humanitarian parole abuses have been stopped as well, and temporary protected status for Venezuelans has been rolled back. Secretary of Homeland Security Christie Dome has clawed back $80 million in FEMA funds misused to house the illegals in luxury hotels. This is a border policy that puts Americans first, protects our sovereignty, and sends a clear message. If you break our laws, you lose, you're out. Turning to trade, Trump's America First agenda is reshaping the global economic landscape. He's taken a sledgehammer to the unfair trade practices that have allowed American jobs and wealth to be pushed to the side for decades. By declaring a national emergency under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, Trump imposed a 10% baseline tariff on all countries, with higher reciprocal tariffs on nations like China, where the trade deficit has been a national security threat and just too big. The results have been staggering. Allies are stepping up. Adversaries are feeling the heat. And Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says it's all thanks to Trump's commitment to getting the job done. Here he is.
Your thoughts about the U.S.-China standoff right now?
Well, Brian, first of all, it's all the president, especially on the 18 important trading partners. We're doing bespoke deals, and he's going to be intimately involved in every one. 2 weeks ago, when we had the Japanese delegation come in, he started it in the Oval, and then we took them into the negotiating room. So he laid the groundwork, told them personally how important the relationship was, but also how important a fair deal for the American people is.
That's right. Trump's 145% tariff on Chinese goods has forced Beijing to the negotiating table, though he's wisely paused tariffs on other nations for 90 days to secure deals, bilateral deals. It's not just about dollars and cents, it's about restoring economic sovereignty and sanity. The trade deficit, by the way, which hit over $900 billion in 2024, is being hit and tackled head on. Trump's policies are bringing back Made in America as a badge of honor, with tech leaders like NVIDIA and most recently IBM announcing huge investments in America. NVIDIA plans to sink $500 billion into artificial intelligence infrastructure over the next 4 years. IBM just released its plan yesterday to invest up to $150 billion in computer manufacturing over the next 5 years. This is all good news, American farmers. The backbone of our nation also finally getting the respect they deserve under Trump, a reversal from Biden's disastrous handling of our ag sector. Listen to Secretary of Ag Brooke Rollins spell it out. Here she is.
We are opening up and expanding markets across the world. I'll be in the UK, I'll be in Vietnam, I will be in Japan, I will be in Brazil, I will be in Peru. This is all in just the coming months. That in the last administration, we went from a $0 trade deficit when President Trump left for agriculture to an almost $50 billion trade deficit after the Biden administration on agriculture. There just wasn't much effort around the world to open these markets up. J.D. Vance was just in India. We see them as a massive trading partner.
Yeah, and it's one after another after another. Trump's tariffs giving our agricultural sector a fighting chance against non-market economies like China, and his energy policies also boosting our farmers' chances. We'll dig deeper. The first 100 days marked today. Donald Trump will be in Macomb County, Michigan. I'll be there with him. I'll be covering it from Real America's Voice. We'll have extended coverage from 3 until 8 tonight. The entire event. I'll be there with Steve Bannon, Brian Glenn, myself, and many more. You'll want to catch it on Real America's Voice. I'll be right back. Continuing now with that first 100 days and the efforts of Donald Trump 2.0. By declaring a national energy emergency, he has unleashed America's resources, slashing costs for farmers who rely on affordable fuel and fertilizer, for one. The U.S., by the way, is now the largest net exporter of natural gas, and Trump's approval of massive LNG projects and 625 million acres for offshore drilling ensures energy dominance for America. This translates to lower costs for farmers, helping them out, turning a bigger profit. His withdrawal from the Paris Climate Agreement and termination of Biden's Green New Scam have stripped down regulations, allowing farmers to focus on feeding America, not appeasing globalist bureaucrats. The climate apocalypse is finally losing its steam, but it's too late in Spain, if you didn't notice, where they sat in the dark most of the day yesterday. After destroying all of their nuclear reactors last year, they celebrated it. But hey, at least they're carbon neutral in the dark. For all Americans, Trump has ended the grip of initiatives on our institutions, too. These divisive programs have poisoned everything, from the military to corporate boardrooms, but the president's executive orders have obliterated DEI across the federal government. ensuring taxpayer dollars no longer fund woke indoctrination. We've seen PBS, Disney, Goldman Sachs, you name it, shuttering their DEI offices, and the FCC is investigating Comcast's discriminatory DEI practices. Good for them. Trump's changed federal contracting rules to eliminate DEI considerations, and he's banned COVID-19 vaccine mandates and racial gender ideology in schools that receive federal funds. One executive order ended a 1965 policy that mandated affirmative action for federal contractors, marking the death of identity politics and quotas in the military. DEI is also dead, which has resulted in recruitment booming, the Army hitting a 15-year high and people coming to join. And Trump is protecting women's sports by banning biological males from competing, a return to reality and fairness. And colleges who defy his anti-woke mandates, like those tolerating anti-Semitism or pushing transgender ideology, have lost billions in federal funding. And as long as they fight back against common sense, they will lose more money. This is a cultural counter-revolution, folks, one that's restoring merit, unity, and patriotism. I want to focus on another area that's drawn my attention too, Canada. Canada had a historic election yesterday, resulting in the win of Mark Carney, it seems, and he'll be the next Liberal Prime Minister of Canada. Pundits say it's all Donald Trump's fault. Here they are on CNN.
Trump's insults about 51st state, about calling the prime minister governor, they have created this wave of nationalism in Canada. Donald Trump has changed the way Canadians are thinking about their election because they think they've lost their friend and their neighbor, that Trump took this from neighborly to nasty, and they need to stand up.
They think Trump shot himself in the foot on this Canada issue by calling for them to become the 51st state over and over again. But what if it was all part of his plan? I mean, think about it. It could be a masterstroke. Things are not always as they seem, and things are never as bad as CNN would have you believe. In fact, Alberta, with Carney's win, will almost certainly want to vote on secession from Canada. And Alberta's got the highest GDP of any Canadian province, with extensive oil and gas resources. Simply put, Alberta is filthy rich. Here's Jeff Rath leading the charge on this one. Listen.
I don't even consider myself to be Canadian anymore. An independent Alberta would look very much the way it looks now, only people would have a lot more freedom and would have a lot more financial wealth and well-being staying in their pockets. The Alberta independence movement is growing.
How many people would like Alberta to become an independent, sovereign Commonwealth nation?
Yeah.
All right.
We're fed up, we've had enough, we want the hell out, and we vote to form a separate country. I mean, most of us are, primarily interested right now in an independent Alberta. There's a lot of people interested in pursuing statehood. My mind is extremely open in that regard. But, like any relationship, let's get out of Canada, right? And then we can discuss whether we want to join a rebound country later.
Yeah, Mark Carney has fueled that conversation. Quebec has also threatened to secede from Canada on multiple occasions, although they're wildly liberal, so they can stay on their own. But I could see Saskatchewan and Manitoba join the movement with Alberta if that came to pass. The Prairie provinces have more in common with Montana than they do with the socialist regime of Ottawa, who's been redistributing wealth of the provinces like Alberta for years. The Democrats will fight like hell to stop this if it becomes a possibility, because they know whether it's 1, 2, or 3 new states, it will be Republican senators in Washington. And wouldn't that be just desserts for the left? Maybe Trump isolated Canada on purpose to separate off the factions we really want. After all, Donald Trump is a real estate expert. He knows how wealthy and conservative Alberta is. I wouldn't put it past him. The man's always aimed for the stars, and a lot of times he gets what he wants. And it would be the biggest thing since Alaska. I mean, literally, it would be the biggest thing since Alaska. In just 100 days, President Trump has transformed America's trajectory. The border is secure, trade is more fair, agriculture is rebounding, and DEI is on the run. It's true. This is what leadership looks like: decisive, unapologetic, and relentlessly focused on the American people. Critics wail, but the results speak for themselves: lower costs, safer communities, and a nation returning to greatness. As Trump prepares for his next 100 days with trade deals and peace talks on the horizon, and of course, one big, beautiful bill, we can rest assured the promises made are promises kept. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's continue to take America back. That's my wish for this 100th day of Trump's administration. Now, if you're looking to take control of your health, at the Wellness Company, we offer doctor-formulated supplements and personalized care to boost your wellness. Whether it's immune support, heart health, or just feeling your best every day, we've got you covered. Become a member today and enjoy exclusive access to expert consultations, premium products, and health content. If you're ready to start, visit twc.health/Gruber. Do that right now. Use the promo code Gruber. You'll save 10%. The Wellness Company, your health, your way. twc.health/Gruber today. That promo code Gruber will save you 10%. And by the way, a brand new ivermectin formula to take the parasites out of your system. It's a remarkable new formula. We'll be talking about that at length tomorrow here on the program because it was something I was looking for. Now we found it. Flush, clean, start over, clean. We'll take a break and be right back. It is the Steve Gruber Show.